Hello YouTubers, this is Styler. In this video I will review the Leagoo Lead 1 that I got from the seller called Lightoffer on dhk.com. So this phone comes with a 5.5 inch OGS screen with resolution 1280 by 720. It has real KitKat 4.4.2 that I also have verified by installing the Google Camera app. It has dual SIM and 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of ROM. So inside this phone we find the MTK6582 Quad core CPU clocked at 1.3 GHz. Some special features that this phone has is aluminium frame, and it has things like one-handed operation, wake and air gestures, and a very simple Leagoo UI. Also I want to mention that this model has a similar design to the Doogee DG2014, but this one has a bigger screen. So let us first take a look on the physical aspect. Here in the bottom we see the microphone. On this side we see a silver metal frame. We see some screws here, and this is the volume rocker. In the top we find the 3.5mm headphone jack and the micro USB port for charging and data. On this side we find the power button. On the front we see the speaker, we have a proximity sensor, and we have the front facing camera. This phone has no notification LED, but we have 3 touch buttons here in the bottom, and they have backlight, so that's a good thing. Also, as you can see here, the screen is totally black. It looks like one big touch screen. So we don't have this gray colored screen, but a really dark black. So on the back we find the back camera, we have the LED flash, we have the logo Lead 1. Also you notice we have these holes, some kind of texture in the back cover. We have the Leagoo text, and we have the back speaker. Let us take a look on the back. We have the back cover here, and this is just thin plastic. Then you see we have the back speaker, and actually only the speaker here in this area. If you see here, it looks like the speaker is white, but actually it's only here in the right side. And here we have the battery. We have 2 SIM cards, a micro SIM card and a normal SIM card stacked on top of each other. Then we have the SD card slot, and we have the LED flash, and we have the back camera. Here in the top you see we have some kind of antenna here built in. Let's take a look here on the battery. So here inside we see it says Leagoo Lead 1. And the battery here is a 2200 mAh, and looking at the size, I think this could be real. So okay, let us now check the weight of this phone. And we see it's 164 grams, and I think it could be because of this metal frame here. Let me also really quick check the weight of the battery. So let's check here. This says 38 grams, and while I have the battery here, let's check the thickness of the battery, and the thickness is 3.8. So the width says 56.8, and the height is 74.8. Okay, let us check the thickness of the phone here. And here we see 8.28 millimeter. Let's check it from this. And here we see 8.18 millimeter. I think if you just take the thickness of the metal frame, let me check here if I can, 1 second. Then we will have 4.88 millimeter. But as you can see, it's thicker in the middle than in the sides. Let's check the wide of the phone. So the wide is 76.48 millimeter. So let me show you the boot up screen. See the Leagoo logo here. And then we see some kind of nice green animation. And now the phone is booted here. We see the typical stock lock screen here. And of course the lock screen also support directly a shortcut to the camera. And, we have some shortcuts here also, as you can see. So one of the special features on this phone is that we have the wake gesture. That means if you turn off the screen like this, you can just double tap to wake the screen. Actually, if you want to turn off the screen, you can click here, lock screen. So you don't have to use the hardware buttons at all. So that's very convenient. Of course, you can just click here also, click here, and it will bring you to the lock screen. But if you just double tap, you're going directly to the home screen. Let's take a closer look to the screen. And the viewing angle here, you can see it here. Let me open up the screen like this. And you can see here that the colors are really sharp still. Of course, it's very bright now. Let me turn off the light a bit. So here you can see like this, that the viewing angle is really good. So this is a OGS IPS screen. And you can also see here, it's really sharp. Really nice viewing angle. So what you see we have here is the easy touch running here. And that's some kind of shortcut. You can move this around here. And you see we have the shortcut to lock screen. And even we can do favorites. Saying here you can add different apps. I have added the Chrome browser. And you can go to the home. If you're inside a game, just click home. Settings. But you can also swipe to the side here. And you can go to the clock, you can take a screenshot of the menu, and you can even clean the memory from here. You can click on this one and it will say here cleaned memory. So that's a really nice thing to have. Of course this one can also be disabled if you don't want to use it. So regarding the UI, we have no app drawer, but all apps are just placed on the desktop here, like on an iPhone. And as you can see, it's pretty snappy here. And when we go into a folder, it will show you this nice animation. It fades up and fades down again, as you can see. Looks actually nice. And then we also have some things like the widgets and so on. You can press and hold. This is the window for the widgets. And as you can see here, this is also pretty good. No problems at all with these. And we can see here that we have backlight in the 3 touch buttons. So you can click here. Then we have things like add widgets, wallpaper, preview, app management and system settings. So if you click on the preview, it will bring up this kind of overview. You can also add a desktop more here. Let's click here again. And we can, for example, take a look in the wallpapers here. And here you can change the wallpaper. So the phone also comes with the Play Store pre-installed, as you can see here, and there are no problems with any of the Google apps. So you can install things like Google Maps and Gmail. And here are the quick toggles. We have things like cast screen. You can change the timeout for the screen, the airplane mode, data connection, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, battery and location, auto rotation, and so on. Let us also take here a look on the battery. Right now you see the battery is 35 degrees. Here in the settings we have all the normal things like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and so on, but we also have wake, gesture. So let me zoom a little bit in here. Here you can set up gesture wake configuration. You can enable it or disable it. You can set the different gestures on the screen. For example, if you draw a C, it will go directly to the camera. Let me shortly demonstrate this. Lock the screen here. Then if I draw a C, you can see it opens directly the camera. If I instead of this draw a W, it goes directly to the browser. So here we also have display, we have gesture. This is the air gesture mode for gallery and the launcher. So let me just show you this. You can here swipe to the side. And let's take a look in the storage. We have about 1 GB internal for the apps and the rest for the external. There you also notice we have something called one-handed operation. And here you can enable one-handed mode for the dialer buttons. So we see we have the printing. Let me go to About Phone, and here we see the Leagoo logo. We see the Android version is 4.4.2, and I believe that they have actually modified it a little bit because they have made some fun here inside. You see the L instead of the K, and it says Leagoo Android 4.4.2, but this is the real KitKat 4.4.2 because I also installed the officially Google camera and it works perfectly. So let me also show you we have wireless update, and actually it says here that there is a new update that I can download and install on the device. So here I ran the ANTUTU benchmark and I got 17,746. Take a look here. And right now it's a bit cloudy outside today, but actually it's fast to log and find the satellites also, as you can see here in view 8 in use 3. So you can see here that the GPS does work in this device. So let us take a look on the stock camera. So this is the stock camera. Here we have all the different things here, settings, and we have things like HDR, auto blitz, we have the front facing camera, we have the buttons here to take the pictures. Let's check here the settings here. They also look pretty normal. Inside here we find things like HDR, and we see the picture size 13 megapixel. Check here. And a new thing is that you can set the volume keys to shoot, zoom or volume. Let's try out also the Google camera. So this is the Google camera, and you can see this also works fine. So here you see some pictures I have taken with the camera, and the camera is actually okay. You can see there are a lot of details here, and the picture is sharp. Remember to take a look in the video description. I will provide the original pictures. I'm using the best graphics.
Straight up race. Finish in the top 3 and you get to move on.
I want to see you make it to the top of the podium. You're winning this thing.
So as you can see, games run really good on this device. You must think about that this device only has 1 GB of RAM, and it's only the MTK6582, no octa-core, but still it runs the games really good.
Strike 2 to Monarch. Target eliminated. Confirm extraction location. Over. Hold up. Come on. Let's go. Thanks.
So as you can see, Modern Combat 5 also runs really nice on this device, no problems at all. So let us check now here the battery temperature. We have it's saying 43 degrees Celsius. So it gets hotter when you play 3D games, but I would say that this is quite normal. So let's take a look in the dialer. We see here the dialer here, and this is the one-handed operation. So you can click here, or you can click to the other side to move the dialer a little bit. Let us check out the LED flash. So I would say that this is pretty standard for Chinese phones. It's not that bright actually. Let me turn off the light here. You can see it's just a normal white LED. And just to be sure about the device, I installed mobile security and antivirus from EZ and did a full scan of the device, and it didn't find any threats on the device, as you can see here. So let us take a quick look here. This is some kind of information on the phone. See here, IPS HD 5.5. So here I'm showing the CPU identifier app, and we can see it's a MediaTek MTK6582 4 cores, and it's the Leagoo Lead 1. Also we here see the screen resolution 1280 by 720. So let us take a look here with Mobile Uncle on the bands that's supported. So let us make a sound test now. Let me try to play music. So let me show you that the Apple Magic Mouse also can be used on the phone over Bluetooth. So right now it's paired, and here you see the mouse here. So when connected, you can also just move the mouse to wake the screen, like this, when it's turned off. So that's pretty nice. Let us make a quick comparison in the size of the phone. As you can see here, the phone is a little higher, but if we take from the side here, you notice that the Leagoo is smaller in the wide. So now to some pros and cons about this device. The good thing about this device is the huge screen, 5.5 inch. The screen is really good, it's sharp, it has good viewing angle, and I also really like the design of the phone. Also I really like that the screen is totally black when it's turned off. The thin edge here makes it look really classy and nice, so that's also a plus. The back speaker is loud and in a good quality. It has light in these buttons here, in the touch buttons, and it has some really nice features in the software like the wake gesture. Generally this phone works really good. It has good reception, the Wi-Fi is fast, and it plays most of the heavy 3D games without any problems. So some of the bad things about the device is that it is missing things like NFC and OTG, Also, this phone has no notification LED in the top, doesn't support a real compass, so this is also a bad thing. And the battery could have been a little bit better, I think, but overall I'm satisfied with the battery life. Also, I must point out that this phone is really huge. It's actually bigger than some of the other 5.5-inch phones that I have. And also the LED flash on the back is not the brightest, and the back speaker here is kind of fake because it's not that wide behind the cover. So can I recommend this phone? Yes, I can, because I really like the design. I like the wake gesture. It's convenient that you just double tap to wake it, and I also really like the screen quality. But you must also remember that there are many phones out right now with the 5.5-inch, and the competition is really hard. But it's positive that this phone has backlight in the touch buttons. It's not so good, it doesn't have any notification LED, but you have to live with that. For the price, I think it's a good device. So that's it for the full review of the Leagoo Lead 1 that I got from the seller called Lightoffer on dhgate.com. As always, if you have any questions regarding this device, write them in the comment below, like and subscribe. Until next time, see ya.